in Santa Barbara, what has worked not just on homelessness, and we are no way perfect in Santa Barbara either, but what did work on this issue and others with electeds with the community is trying to be as transparent as you possibly can.
168 Santa Cruz.
Having community meetings like this, I think this is an important way of community engagement and focusing on where the common ground is and focusing on where people can agree and move as opposed to what divides. And that just in philosophy worked for me personally. How that happens here in Santa Cruz, I am not the person to be able to answer that. So
we have time for one or two more.
Hi, I'm Brent Adams. I run a nonprofit locally. We've been really following along with Housing First model, smart solutions to homelessness locally. We wanted to start an encampment after the Occupy movement. I stayed in camps up in the Northwest. These are the transitional encampments. Tried to establish them here, but we really got taken away with how the Housing First movement. The banner said, ending homelessness. We've been hearing ending homelessness for a long time. Homelessness is a product of a socioeconomic construct that forces people into the street due to scarcity. Federal government is largely responsible for that. What we haven't seen is really community engagement to make sure that every single person who's sleeping in the doorway gets out of the doorway. What we've been caught up is this shiny thing of ending homelessness. Downtown Streets team says they're going to end homelessness through the dignity of work, yet there's no quantifiable data for the million we've given them. The city itself is always saying they're going to put people on the pathway to housing, and that's all. Every time we do every year this sort of presentation, and I want to be heard for this, Megan and others, and the city workers who are standing in the room, I guess being paid back here too. The idea is that millions and millions are spent, but we're seeing increasing homelessness on the street. It's the federal government that's largely responsible for this, and the banner is, yeah. Well, maybe. She says she does take things back to the hive, and what I really want to reflect is I've been to 40 cities studying Housing First. In every single city, it's tanked. It's a lie, it's a heist. Money goes down the drain into salaries. While people are starving outside, people are suffering outside. It's a lie, and you come here, and we're supposed to feel good about it. What's true is the best thing that you said was, let's immediate shelter for all, low barrier now. And this group has never even uttered the words warning center or some of the other things. We need to have shelter now. And I would like to reflect that I kind of wonder, when will the federal government finally pull back on this Housing First ridiculousness and say, otherwise, if you're not going to have a housing construction bill in Congress, then the whole thing is a tank. It's a lie. So when do you think that will happen? When is your agency finally going to end the charade? Thank you.
I'm not sure how to answer that, except to say there are a number of communities, and there is community after community that has seen a dramatic decrease in homelessness, and it's a complex issue, and so there. You and I have a different opinion about Housing First, so I respect your opinion. I'm not quite sure how to answer that, except to say I'm looking at my colleagues and what happened throughout since 2010, and looking at the HUD data and others that show that there have been community after community, especially looking at veterans themselves and looking at the reductions there. So is it perfect? No. Do we need to have more coordination and resources on things? Yes. That's the role of people in talking to Congress, and the budget that goes through. That's the process that works. So everyone has a stake to play in making that happen.
Thank you so much for joining us this evening.
Thank you so much.
Thanks. And really, thanks for your time. But there are many of us out here that actually know what's going on with homelessness. I encourage you all to come and hang out at Food Not Bombs and talk to people, or come to the Little Red Church on Mondays to the Fabia.
Thank you.
And Dwayne, you're going to report on
The health
in
storage simply.
Thank you.
Could I say something brief about the sleeping?
Something brief?
Not right now.
I'm sorry, we're kind of like going over time, and there's a lot of rambling, to be honest. So we're going to keep moving, and then if you could speak at the very end, that would be awesome. Thank you.
Okay. It's about sleeping now.
Why don't we hold it?
So we, the health subcommittee, we met on the 12th, December 12th, and our next meeting is scheduled for January 2nd. On this last meeting.
I would just like to say that I would like to be spoken to in a tone that's not scolding. I asked a question, and Taj, your tone was very disrespectful. So I give a lot of my time to this too. So I'm just saying, you might not feel good.
Hey, you know what? We're actually trying to conduct business right now, okay? So what I would like for you to do is please respect the fact that we are here, and I gave you an opportunity to speak after. That would be awesome. Please.
I don't like
Thank
your tone.
you. You don't have to like my tone. I don't like a lot of what's going on right now.
Sure.
And so I'm doing the very best that I can to keep cool about it, okay? And don't hate me. I'm speaking to that woman right there, okay? I don't really care, okay? Don't tone police me right now. I think this is a freaking... I'm going to close my mouth. Let me tell you, give me this microphone, please. Fine, I'll speak with my mouth. Check this out. Brent, I'm sorry, I think that was ridiculous. This honorable woman came and spoke to us and gave us her time and her effort and showed us so much about what's going on in the community at large. At the community at large. I'm the co-chair, so guess what? I get to take a couple liberties here and there. There are some voices in here that are louder than others. We need everyone to speak here in this room. Everyone. I need you to speak. I need you to speak. I need you to speak, Brent. I need you to speak, please. But let's do this in a way that we can actually hear each other and not be so disrespectful to other people in the room. To other people in the room. We are here because we are a community. We are a community, and that is how I would like this to go, please. Let's talk to each other with respect at all times. And that's everybody. Thank you.
If that's what you're asking, then that's what you need to do. Okay.
Housing First is a sham.
We are.
Moving on.
Thank you very much for being here. I thought it was fantastic. I actually learned something.
It's a sham, Taj. You've been doing homelessness for a couple of months, and now you're an expert?
Brent.
Carry me out. Now you're an expert?
Please, not by a long shot.
We have
I don't know
someone
very much
from
at all, as a
government
matter of
talking
fact.
this
I just learned a whole
bullshit
bunch.
shit.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay.
No, he called my name.
I sure did, Brent.
I would sit here quietly and listen to call me out.
Okay, we're
I'm gonna take a
taking,
quick walk.
this body is in recess
I
for
was
2
not
minutes.
uttered another
This body is in recess for 2 minutes.
Anybody else want to scold? This is a citizens group week. I come here every week. I don't get paid for this. I run a freaking nonprofit for people to sleep outside. I would like to see you come and volunteer. I would like any of these people to. Sirs came and looked at it. Warming center. You make soup sometimes, but you haven't uttered warming center once from this group. This is patty cake. It's the city council playing.
There was an outbreak and people are getting angry and now you're trying to platform on it. So could you take your anger outside the building?
This is just
and come back?
playing games. It's not going to amount to anything. I can't believe some of you are even in this room. Let's get real about street homelessness.
Right, because you are the only one that knows and you are the expert, correct?
No, everybody can pipe up.
Right, exactly, as you were showing us right now.
It's a heist. The city manager this is a puppet. The city manager knows. This is a lie, this is a heist, it's Megan Bunch, and everybody in the city are nothing. You're all patsy.
The staff is correct. This is our decision, and there is obviously a need for shelter services across a range of individuals, and many people are served by the Warming Center, but personally I do not feel comfortable entering into a grant relationship with Mr. Adams. We did get a very strongly worded statement from Mr. Prince in December about a pretty shocking interaction with a visiting professional who was here to advise the CACH. We have very reliable information on troubling interactions of Mr. Adams with clients, with employees of the Warming Center, with other city staff, and with community members. And this is not new. He may offer a valuable service, but for reasons of not just fiscal sponsorship, but oversight and quality, I'm personally simply not able to support entering into a contract. Depending on where others are going, I would just move that we take no action on this item.
Well, we're going to